Hi everyone. Our topic today is going to be color, and our group members are Lisa, Megan, and Glenn. For our presentation, we wanted to take an in-depth look at color naming, especially between genders and between CSUN students. There have been many studies done in the past that have shown that boys and girls have different color vocabulary. So what boys sees as blue, girls sees as aquamarine or sky blue. These studies are mostly outdated, so we wanted to take a look at if the concept was still relevant and if it still applied to students, especially CSUN students. We did this by creating a confidential survey with 15 colors, 3 shades of 5 colors. We didn't ask what their major was and if they had previous experience with art labeling or color in any way. We sent out the survey on Google Form expecting 15 responses, but we actually got over 55. These responses all came from CSUN students, most of which came from CSUN Buy, Sell, and Exchange textbook, which is a Facebook group. The rest were people we knew personally. The survey shows some interesting results. We got responses from majors all across the board, from majors such as art or social science to majors such as engineering and mathematics. So what were the results?
The first interesting thing we discovered about our survey was that almost 3/4 of the participants who completed the survey were female. This was interesting to our study because it shows that the males of our campus were either A, disinterested in the concept of analyzing colors, or B, unable to finish the survey. In general, our results correlated with the previous studies done that showed that females were more likely to analyze colors with an extensive vocabulary than males were. For example, a male labeled the color as dark yellow, while a female labeled the color as tamarind or marigold. We also found a strong correlation between majors and color vocabulary. We found that people with majors such as art or part of the social sciences were more likely to use stronger color vocabulary than people with majors such as economics or biology. We can attribute this to less emphasis on colors during their coursework. A funny medium between the division of majors was a Japanese major who labeled the colors generically despite being female. Another interesting and unexpected factor in our study was the gender function. We found that more male participants than expected had some sort of art experience, whether it was drawing, painting, or animation. This surprised us because gender roles tend to relay that males shouldn't have hobbies that can be considered girly. But we see that times are changing. Males are suddenly more likely to be willing to take those art classes without feeling harsh judgment. This made us proud of our community of CSUN students for going against gender roles and saying, why not?
In conclusion, our results were as expected. We found that female CSUN students had a stronger way of naming colors than males. And while gender played a large part in this, the majors were also a strong contributing factors. Students with more interpretive-based majors had a stronger vocabulary than students with more scientific-based majors. This played a role when there were male students with interpretive majors that had strong color vocabulary, and when there were female students with scientific-based majors with very little color vocabulary at all. If we were to conduct the survey again, we would ask for more detail on what their art experience was and how they felt about the experience. Perhaps some of the students took an art class but hated it, so they never retained their color vocabulary, or for some students, the art class was their life. We think this could also play a big role in the expansion of their color vocabulary. Times are changing as males begin to take a lead towards the different side of society by expanding their color palette. We predict that eventually the previous studies will be outdated as males and females break gender roles freely and can study what they please.